Jolan, true Centurions, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus One. I am Lieutenant Commander Tarek of the heavy cruiser RAS Sigrus? Sigrus. It has been a week. I'm sorry. We've been prepping for the holiday season around here. Lots of snow, fun times, and shopping, so I'm a little bit out of practice for what should be an interesting adventure. But if I recall correctly, last time we had a, an unfortunate incident where the enemy slipped from our fingers. Yes, we went on a convoy assault mission and weren't quite able to hunt down the entirety of the convoy. That is one of the small problems that we have sometimes with plasma-armed races. It takes you so long to recharge your heavy weapons that, well, problems can occur and, well, the enemy can get away. Anyway, we are back, we're ready for action, and we are a little bit dented, so do we risk it? We're going to risk it. We're going to go right back in here for an asteroid base assault, which is not great. Not great at all. A patrol would have been fine, but asteroid base assault, how badly damaged are we from last week? Apparently we're still at, I think, full power. No repair parts. We've got a damaged tractor beam. Okay, let's see if we can't pull this off. We will prep a whale weasel just in case, pick up some speed. Get up to, what is it, 14 that we can do while charging this weasel. And then no enemies in the area. Let's go through and try and remember the way in which you actually are supposed to do this. So we're going to reinforce the forward shields up to full power. Shuttle is converting. And I think that's it. If I'm missing something. The enemy who is defending this is a single freighter. She is a FLPH, so probably 2 to 3 phasers, hopefully of a relatively small size. Send the probe out. Ooh, there are 2 freighters. That could actually be dangerous. An FSPL 3? Oh no, a heavy cruiser and 2 freighters. Okay. And there, of course, being the asteroid starbase. So we're entering into an interesting set of circumstances. This is a CVL-1, so is it actually a heavy cruiser, or we're still able to track it? There it is. Is this actually a heavy cruiser, or are we actually looking at a light cruiser that the game has reclassified as a heavy cruiser? Not entirely certain. Things are going to be interesting. That heavy cruiser is really far out there. If we pick up enough speed, we might actually be able to cause some serious havoc. Let's go power so that we can check, see just how fast we're going, and just how much energy we have currently into the shields. We'll zoom in here, see if we can't kill the freighter early and easily. If we can take both freighters before they have a chance to do anything, then we can turn on the heavy cruiser and deal with him. There's no points for not completing the mission, so it's not like if we kill off all these guys we'll still get points for trying. So victory only. And what kind of weapons are you packing? Tell me now. Well, actually no, we've got to get to within a range of 15, but I am eager to learn. There it is, and it's just a whole ton of phasers. We were at normal speed anyway. A whole ton of phasers, so plasma torpedo. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Plasma torpedo. All the phasers. Didn't quite kill him. Continue to fire all the phasers. Still didn't kill him. Slow way down to the 15 so that we can charge and use all our weaponry. Most of his systems are offline, but I will probably have to actually deploy the heavy plasma torpedoes to kill him. We've only got Fs and Gs, which means 20 damage apiece. But, fire the starboard plasma torpedo. Hopefully this will rip him apart. I really want to get rid of you guys before I have to actually engage a heavy cruiser because, well, if you come up on the right side, you'll cause no end of annoyance to me. Fire the last plasma torpedo. Yes, I understand he's right on top of us practically, but we're going to need the phasers more than we need the plasma torpedo right now because he's got fighters. And our point defense system, I forgot about that. Completely forgot about that. We have our own point defense system. He is equipped with 2 F-type plasma torpedoes and 2 missile launchers, or 4 missile launchers. Ah, crap. And we're letting our plasma torpedoes do most of the talking. Turning in on you. You are armed with a G-type plasma torpedo. That is annoyingly strong. So, yeah, we might have some issues here. I don't think we can pull fully around him. Sounds like he's calling his fighters back, which is a good idea because we blew up most of them. And I'd like to turn in on you, but I don't have a weapon to turn in on you with. Not even my phasers are ready yet, but if you keep this angle going, I might be able to get all the way around you. He hasn't charged his plasma torpedo. That's an interesting wrinkle here. So we're going to turn on in and start to engage with everything that we've got, because maybe we'll be able to break him up. And we're going to try and coax him into that mine, and it's the big one, by the way. In case you were wondering, yes, we are using the nuclear space mine right off the bat. And hopefully he won't have his plasma torpedoes ready. First of our plasma torpedoes going in on him. The second one ready momentarily. There we go. That one's dead. And now another mine. And also, you know what? We're going to be a little bit offensive with our tractor beam usage. Let's drop down 2 points of speed so we can grab this guy. We're going to try and drag him into our mine. Oh, he's going to hit that one without any trouble at all. So, weapon system coming on. Exactly what we want. And our point defense system's able to handle this no problem at all. We're going to try and drag him into that mine. Don't think it'll work, but all weapons, both plasma torpedoes, because he can't drop his shuttle as long as we're tractor beaming him. So causing a decent amount of damage, and the collar phasers doing some nice slashing damage in there. Taking out 2 of his phaser 1s, which is nice. Oh, his fighters deployed right on top of us. Let's turn, get the other stern weaponry. Come on, I want to be able to fire more phasers at you. And all our defensive plasma torpedoes fully take you out. A little bit more and you'll totally be dead, but I think you're going to get back home. Yep, you got back home. So we're going to have to come around, continue to engage. I really want to drag him into the mine, simply because, well, we dropped it. We'd like to use it. Let's get the tractor beam charging once again. I'm going to go beam strike 2. We have the power for it. And we just need to once again reacquire that mine, figure out exactly where it is. Set the rotate to 0 so that we can figure out where this mine is. And get ready to grab him. Because it should be somewhere relatively close by. It hasn't detonated yet. Just can't see it. Tractor beam is armed and ready. And... ouch! That sucked! Oh, that was a bad mistake on my part. I forgot about his plasma torpedoes. And because I forgot about his plasma torpedoes, he was able to take advantage of the fact that I had mined him. And, yeah, that was not good. I'm getting a little bit aggressive. I want to drag him into this mine. I really do. I basically want to make him cry. So, once again, re-engage this bloody tractor beam. I want to be able to drag you into it. I dropped it. I only get 1 permission, so let me use it. Come on, keep turning, keep turning. More turn. And we're also going to get quite a few good phaser shots in here along these stern weapon systems. And let's get the... Nope, tractor beam, go the other way, please. This way, please. Keep firing. More damage. I want you to completely knock out his ability to tractor beam anything. Oh, we may have gotten it. Keep pulling, keep pulling. Pull him along in this trajectory. We need to bring him towards the mine. And also slow down, because we don't want to hit the mine. Target you again. And fire stern weaponry. We got more incoming missiles. Tractors are on defense mode, but I think we should be able to take care of all of his defensive systems. Keep firing. More weapons. As long as we can keep that tractor beam offline, we can do well. Hey, Marines, I want you to kill his tractor beam. Just because we can. Really, that's the whole point of this. We want to drag the carrot into a mine and laugh while doing it. I'm spending way too much effort on this. There's no point to all of this. I just want to make it work. Also, I will be able to do some funny stuff by doing this. Tractor beams are on. Let's target this tractor beam. Rotate to stop. You're going right into this. Phasers. Light blinking fire. I need more speed. And I also need to stop beaming people on board. What do you mean it's not detonating? There we go. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. Ow. We're also taking light long-range fire through because of this. We are going to get nose on reinforcement to the forward shield only. Yes, it is. Quite a bit. And we should be able to engage at long range with our plasma torpedoes. So let's increase the speed of time. Was that worth it? Yes. Yes, entirely. Absolutely worth every second that we wasted on that. Because it's not every day that you actually get to use the nuclear space mine in such a fashion. Partly because you wouldn't want to waste that much time using the nuclear space mine in such a fashion, but it's still really fun. So we're going to haul right on in on this asteroid base, and at long range we're going to start firing plasma torpedoes, and hopefully cause as much damage as possible. So we need to select... apparently we never set that up, so slow down the speed of time just briefly. So 1 is phasers, right? 2 is plasmas, all 3 is some kind of weird collection, so we're going to go, will be these on 3, and the Gs will be on 4. We're only going to use the G-type plasma torpedoes, because from this range, they're all that are going to hit. Also, let's slow way down. Slow down. Slow down. He has really, really big... oh crap. We may have gotten too close. 3s. This could hurt if he starts shooting his heavy weapons, because he's got 4 of them and we only have 20 points of power in our forward shield right now. That's what I was afraid of. Crap. Oh, that was a bad mistake. Marines. Phaser 4. Go, go, go. Do we have any Marines? I don't think we do. No, we don't. We're dead. More speed, more speed. Let's get out of here. Fire all weapons. Just anything you've got at this point. We're going to need to get the heck away. This is probably the only opportunity we'll have to actually get out of here. We hit him with, well, basically 50 damage. And it did nothing to him. Luckily, we can cloak. And under cloak, he can't really hit us all that easily. We have enough of a defensive shift that we are mostly safe. So we're going to pull away to a safe distance. Hopefully by then our forward shields will have come back. And we'll be able to buff them enough that we can start doing long-range plasma fire. Trying to remember how the ranges on the Phaser 4 work. We flew the Phaser monster not that long ago. So we should have something of an idea. Increase the speed of time. Stop shooting at me, please. Come on, I need that forward shield back, if you don't mind. Sitting out here at a range of 20. Select these plasma torpedoes. They won't work from this range. And now let's slow way down. And what kind of power do I have? Where are we spending 27 points of power in other? Shields, are any set to the reinforced forward shield? It can't be 27 points of power are reserved for. That's how much this cloaking cost is huge. We're gonna have to wait for him to fire another round of his weapons at us. And we're also gonna close only to... There we go. Okay, so we can slow down time again. Thank you. Decloak. Okay, and as soon as it comes out of cloak, we'll have a whole bunch of power to shove into the forward shields. And this is where I want to sit, I think. Fire plasma torpedoes. Can these plasma torpedoes operate at all? Yes, they do. I don't know how much damage they're going to do, but we're about to find out. We've got 24 points into the forward shield, and the forward shields are holding. Excellent. How much damage will these plasma torpedoes do when they hit? And 16. So 8 each. Not great. And the small ones don't even make it. Okay. So we will select our plasma torpedoes once again. And since they won't even make it, offline, just so I can get more power to that forward shield. Select the 4, increase the speed of time. We've got 27 points of power into that forward shield. And the forward shield is holding excellently. Gonna get a little bit closer. Just a little bit. Should be able to be perfectly fine at a range of 15. And as long as we don't get too greedy, we should be able to take out this base. Once again, cloaking proving to be an incredibly useful system. Not just for maneuvering around, but also for setting up opportunities. Ooh, that went low. I'm worried about trying to get it in closer. I'm going to sit here for a little bit, just sort of understand how much damage he's dishing out. Okay, get me within 15. Don't need to get much closer, just a little bit. I'll stop. Okay, we're going to stop right here. And he's still not able to dent my forward shield too badly, but if we get within range of 10, he'll definitely be able to open us right up. So we want to avoid that. See if the plasma torpedoes do anything better from this range. 26. Excellent. So we went up 10 points of damage on that. So I will take that as a significant win. Significant increase in firepower, but now we're just going to sit here and siege him out. Which I know is not the most fascinating thing in the world to watch, but it is important. This is actually the second time I've tried to record this episode. The first time I tried to record this episode, it ended up sending us up against a couple of Federation dreadnoughts, like 2 missions in a row. And it wasn't that we couldn't defeat the dreadnoughts, it's that it crashed on a mission where we were fighting 3 shipyards a dreadnought, a heavy cruiser, and a fast cruiser. And the reason why I think it crashed is because we had captured the Federation heavy cruiser, and then our ship got blown up. And as it was just after our ship had blown up, the game completely locked up and crashed. So I'm guessing it didn't quite know what to do, because the only other ship in our fleet was a ship that we had captured. We got so close to finishing that episode too. I am really disappointed that the game crashed there, because it was wonderfully fun. But yeah, so we are stuck instead in this universe where we are shelling the crap out of rocks. Not quite as glorious, but this perhaps might be the more important outcome, because this will grab us the tile, which will be the first base station that we'll have captured from the Federation. And holding such stations is incredibly important, because it gives us perfect staging areas for, you know, the next layer of our conquest. So I'm going to be a little bit bold. Set that to normal. We're going to start charging up the smaller plasma torpedoes, so that by the time we actually, you know, finish him off so that we knock out his Phaser 4, we'll be able to actually start getting in close with heavier weapons. And have all the heavy weapons ready. So, continued shelling. I really wish we were dealing more damage here. But not doing a ton. One of the wonderful advantages of the Plasma F torpedo is I don't think it takes any power to hold. I could be wrong on that, but it was brought to my attention that Plasma Fs apparently do not cost energy once they're actually charged because of a stasis generator, which is quite cool. It's one of the many things that makes Starfleet battles and that whole sort of section of side canon to be such an interesting thing, because they really go into depth about all kinds of warlike technology and different sort of politics in the whole thing. It's absolutely wonderful. Which is one of the reasons why I enjoy Orion Pirates Plus so much, because unlike the normal Starfleet Command, it really takes pains to try and be even more like the tabletop version. Like, the entire ship list in Orion Pirates Plus is lifted right from the tabletop game. They basically went through and said, okay, let's find pretty much every single ship that we can possibly find that plays on the tabletop, let's import it into game. Now granted, when you get to the X era, balance basically goes out the window, but I have been led to understand that that is how it works in the tabletop too. That once you start including the X era source books, things get a little bit wonky. It's one of the reasons why we always stop these campaigns after basically conquering one empire, because destroying a single empire takes about the entire tech tree timeline from early, middle to late to X era, because at that point you start really getting into situations where we could go after the next empire, but it's just going to be X ships until the end of time. I kind of wish there was a way to extend the timeline a bit more, which is one of the reasons why I've been thinking about doing that TNG combination with Orion Pirates Plus mod, just to sort of give the tech tree even more length. Because I think that's the main thing that holds me back from just trying to take over the entire universe campaign. That, and also I'd need to have to learn how to edit the game files so that everybody was the enemy. But we may try it at some point. Another fun thing I'd like to try is starting in a different ship. Just immediately give you a dreadnought. Simply for... I know that sounds a little bit messed up in the balance, but purely because you almost never want to command the early era dreadnoughts. There's no reason to stay in them, or even to try and buy them. Apparently our hit and run target was destroyed. There's just no reason that you would ever want to actually buy an early era dreadnought. They're trash. But if you started in an early era dreadnought, you'd probably keep in that ship for quite some time. Or at least that's the way I would imagine. Now we can start following up with all our other firepower. Because if you started in the early dreadnought, it would be a lot like our Gorn campaign, where we got into that heavy cruiser really early, and we stayed in it well past the era that it would normally be considered useful. So... And I don't think it would take too much effort to change the starting ship to something like, say, a dreadnought or a heavy cruiser. I'd especially like to try a Federation campaign where you basically start off in a Constitution class heavy cruiser. Maybe the command cruiser, just to be a little bit, more advanced, although I don't think it's available from the very beginning of the game. But I think it'd be very interesting because, you know, we'd get to enjoy how the original Constitution class looks in this game. There we go. Finally managed to knock out that base. Ugh. That was long and difficult, but well worth it because that's going to take us the tile. I hope. I think. Please? Please give us this tile? 344 prestige, astounding victory, and yep, that's the tile taken, so we're going to pop over here, pop right on back. Apparently not. We've actually run out of time for this episode. So yes, I know, an entire mission spent on an asteroid-based defense is not base assault is not exactly the most thrilling thing, but we do have to take this in steps. We don't want to overextend, we don't want to overreach. We really want to play this one well because, well, Romulans are cool. The enemy is currently on the highest difficulty, and we're fighting the coolest enemy, the Federation. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive the notification every time I do one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.